Please stand for the singing of the national anthem, led by Michelle Grove. Michelle is a native of Swanton, Ohio, and a lifelong lover of music, performing both vocally and instrumentally. In addition to Michelle's musical talent, she is also a veteran of the U.S. Air Force. Please welcome Michelle to the stage.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Songfest 2018. The theme of this year's competition is Billboard Hits, No Time Like the Present. My name is Taylor Kesters, and with me is Andrew Taylor.
Songfest started in 1937 as a singing and dancing competition between youths and fraternities on the lawn outside of University Hall. Over the past 81 years, Songfest has grown to include sororities and other student organizations, and it's been held at many different locations, including the Student Union Steps, the Field House, the Peristyle, and the Seagate Center, before finally arriving to its current home, Savage Arena.
Before we get started tonight, let me introduce your Master and Mistress of Ceremonies, Mr. Javon Marbury and Miss Taylor Bowen. Taylor is a senior studying healthcare administration. She is a sister of Kappa Delta sorority, where she went on to win the Corey Anding Stegall Award, which is the highest honor you can receive as a Kappa Delta. She previously held a position on the Pan-Hellenic Council Executive Board, has served a term as Kappa Delta President, and is a part of the Levis Leadership Program.
Javon is a senior studying marketing and professional sales with a minor in management, and upon graduation will be working for 3M. He is a brother of Alpha Sigma Phi fraternity, where he has held multiple positions, most recently serving as the president of the chapter during the previous school year. Javon is also a part of Presidential Ambassadors, Order of Omega, and a number of other student organizations. Before we welcome them to the stage, please enjoy this opening video of our MCs.
To do it. This thing on? Oh shoot, that. Oh shoot. I didn't know that was touchscreen.
Wait, is it?
Wait, we're recording. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Songfest 2018. My name is Javon Marbury. I'm the Vice President of Blue Key Honor Society.
And I'm Taylor Bowen, and I am the Songfest representative for Mortarboard.
So yeah, definitely my favorite part has most definitely been working with the directors. So what about you, Miss Taylor? What's your favorite part? Okay, here. Yeah.
I think my favorite part has definitely been seeing everything kind of come together as a whole. You never really get the experience to see such a big event go on in any stage of life, really, and getting to see an event that almost 6,000 people come to. It's really cool to see how every little piece that you wouldn't think of actually comes together and really plays a big role in the day of Songfest.
We appreciate you all being here. We hope you guys enjoy the show as much as we've enjoyed putting it on and help get everything together for you guys. So welcome to Songfest.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord.
Good evening and welcome to Songfest 2018. Thank you all for attending our 81st annual event. I would like to recognize our judges for tonight's competition. Will the judges please stand and wave to the crowd as your name is called? Our first judge of the night is Sergeant Elliot Nickerson. Sergeant Elliot Nickerson is a two-time graduate of the University of Toledo, earning a bachelor's in music and performance and a master's of music and wind conducting degrees. He has served in the U.S. Armed Forces for more than 12 years, beginning as a Marine for 8 years before transferring to the Army National Guard. Elliot currently serves in the 202nd Army Band of the Kentucky National Guard. Our second judge for the night is Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry began working at the University of Toledo in 2009. As a proud Rocket, he serves the UT community as Associate Director for Residence Life and the LGBTQA liaison with the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. His performance background includes various concert chorales, community choirs, gospel choirs, and solo vocal performances, thereby making Songfest his favorite campus tradition. Dr. Philip Cockrell, or as we know him, Dr. Flapp. Dr. Flapp joined the University of Toledo in April 2016 as Dean of Students. He earned a bachelor's degree in Family Studies Education from Mississippi University for Women, a master's degree in Educational Leadership from Florida International University, and a doctorate in Urban Higher Education from Jackson State University.
Next, we have Cindy Scaff. Cindy Scaff earned a Bachelor of Education degree from UT in 1981. Cindy also earned a Master of Education degree from American College of Education. She worked as a teacher and administrator in Toledo Public Schools until 2016. Cindy was a previous Songfest chairman, Greek Woman of the Year, and member of both Blue Key and Mortarboard Honor Societies during her undergraduate tenure at UT. John Andoska is one of our very own Rocket alumni who spent years himself directing over 30 men and women in Songfest, including winning first place in 2007. He currently owns JPA Entertainment, a video production company with clients such as Britney Spears, Drake, and the late Prince. Last, Dr. Bradley Pearson. Dr. Bradley Pearson joined the faculty of the UT Department of Music as the Director of Choral Activities in the fall of 2015. A former high school choir director, in 2005, Brad founded the Las Vegas A Cappella Summit in an effort to bring contemporary a cappella music to high school students. Brad is an avid Chicago sports fan and enjoys spending his summer weekends grilling in his backyard. Please join us in welcoming all of our judges at this time. Before we begin with tonight's competition, we would like to recognize our chosen philanthropy for the night, Veterans Matter. Veterans Matter, founded by Ken Leslie, is a nonprofit organization with the goal of creating evidence-based results for our heroes in need, returning them to domestic autonomy. The initiative of the program is to house veterans in literally minutes and not the normal 30 to 60 days that it normally takes to obtain a deposit for housing. The money raised at Songfest 2018 will fund a plethora of housing deposits for veterans all over the country. Each $750 raised will be able to pay for the deposit of one veteran and their family, paid directly to the landlord in order to get our beloved heroes off the streets and into homes.
The 20 groups participating in tonight's competition will be evaluated in areas of dance, originality, stage presence, usage of props, and most importantly, vocal quality. Each group has worked hard for months to put together a truly incredible show for you this evening. With no further delay, we present to you Songfest 2018, Billboard Hits, No Time Like the Present.
I think the special thing about this year's theme is that we get to sing the songs that we grew up listening to in the car and jamming to on our way to work, on our way to school and stuff like that. Now we get to perform it and watch other people perform those songs and really enjoy it in a different way.
With the decades last year, it was kind of hard to pick songs I personally knew, but every song that came up in our meeting for songs ideas, I knew every single one. Yeah, that'd be a really good song with this theme. Yeah, that'd be a great one to go next.
And the whole audience will be enjoying every single song that comes out of the mouths of everybody up on stage that we get to watch and just have a great time with it.
It was hard to choose from all the songs just because there's so many great songs from the last 8 years or so. So many great hits.
I mean, it started out with just getting the members we went together and seeing what songs they'd be interested in. And we threw out a few ideas, and then we tried to get a general theme around it.
This year, 3 of our songs got picked in the first round, so that threw us through a big loop. We had to find some new ones, and now we're still trying to figure out how to piece it together in just the best way possible, but I think it's going to work out.
Since I just kind of took charge, and we're all so close that they don't see it as much of as a power dynamic as all of us just working together with me making more of the decisions and helping us guide us through.
I guess it's just kind of like a leadership role you take on, and I mean you meet a bunch of people and it just kind of, you grind through it together because Songfest is 100% a grind.
And I almost think it's a little harder because we're coming off of a win, so a lot of people are going to come out swinging against us. They want to win, it's a competition. So I think it almost puts us in a harder position.
Our alumni have said we've exceedingly done so much better. So we want to say we can do better than that. Let's top that. What can we do? What song can we pick? What dance move can we do to, hit the stage, make the crowd go wild?
It's a bunch of dudes. They don't want to go around dancing all day. You just gotta let them have fun with it, honestly. We really instill in them that the more stupid they think they look, the better. Because they know they're not performers, they know they're not dancers, they know they're not singers. But when they all do it together and they're all having fun together and they all are looking stupid together, that's when it comes together and it looks like what they're trying to do.
I'm definitely a firm believer that anyone can sing and dance. I think a lot of it comes down to confidence. That's when, things really, get good.
Yeah, and we reached this point of cohesion where everyone's just we're on the same rhythm, we're all feeling it, and it's definitely a very special experience.
For me, my favorite part is going to be when we have the performance all set, when we have all the dance moves ready and all the singing combined. We're close right now, and we're right about that point, so the next few weeks are going to be awesome, getting it all together and be wow, we made this performance. It really creates a nice vibe when you get to be around the same people and get to know them a lot more when you're spending that much time with them on a weekly basis.
Brotherhood is formed when a group of men come together against a common struggle, especially when you see all your brothers have unique issues, you see what makes them tick, and they all have their own buttons that really pushes them to do
certain things. So really, just finding those out, you really get to know your brothers a lot better.
Phi Kappa Psi fraternity was founded on February 19th, 1852 at Jefferson College in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. The Ohio Eta chapter at the University of Toledo was established on October 21st, 1950 by assimilating the local Sigma Beta Phi fraternity. Phi Kappa Psi members capitalize on being generous, compassionate, and loyal companions, students, and brothers. Every year they raise money for their national philanthropy, the Boys and Girls Club, where they visit every Friday. Their predecessors, the Sigbates, were the originators of Songfest. Phi Psi also most recently won the All Sports Trophy for 2016, among their impact made all across campus in many areas. This is not a show, but rather a performance. Phi Psi would like to present a 4-minute display of musical nostalgia that embodies their high energy and one-of-a-kind brotherhood. Enjoy that as they present. Tonight, Phi Kappa Psi will make you feel on top of the world.
It's been a really messed up week. 7 days of torture, 7 days of bitter. My girlfriend went and cheated on me. She's a California dime, but it's time for me to quit her. La la la, la la la, la la la, la. We're going at it tonight, tonight. There's a party on the rooftop, top of the world tonight, tonight. And we're dancing on the edge of the Hollywood sign. I don't know if I'll make it, but watch how good I'll take it. It's alright, alright. Tonight, tonight. Might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that can go to space. With the air like I don't care, hey, by the way. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey! Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Ooh, hey, 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 hey. I was left to my own devices. Many days fell away with nothing to show, and the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Gray clouds roll over the hills, bringing darkness from above. I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Waiting on this for a while now. Pay my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, eh? Been holding it for a while, eh? Take it with me if I can. The dream of this is child. I'm on top of the world. Honey, honey, I can see the stars all the way from here. Can't you see the glow on the window pane? I can feel the sun whenever you're near. Every time you touch me, I just melt away. Now everybody asks me why I'm smiling out from ear to ear. But I know nothing's perfect, but it's worth it after fighting through my tears. Finally put me first. Baby, it's you. You're the one I love. You're the one I need. You're the only one I see. Come on, baby, it's you. You're the one that
your all, the one I can always call when I need to make everything stop. Finally, put my love on top.
Ooh, come on, baby, it's you. You're the one I love. You're the one I need. The only one I see. Come on, baby, it's you. The one that gives you all. The one I can always call. I need to make everything stop. Finally, put my love on top.
Triangle Fraternity was founded on April 15, 1907, when a group of 16 students decided to form an organization for civil engineers at the University of Illinois. Since then, Triangle has started 37 active chapters across the nation, with nearly 1,400 active members. The name Triangle was chosen to represent the strength of the shape used in design work in this field of civil engineering. Every semester, they host Triangle Toasts with the purpose of donating all proceeds to their national philanthropy, Habitat for Humanity. They also volunteer for Habitat for Humanity every semester to help build homes. Triangle participates in highway cleanups, Relay for Life, Rockathon, Big Event, and Wrap Up Toledo. Triangle's goal as an organization is to build better men so that one day they can build a better tomorrow. Some people come and go, and we wish to see them again. Triangle recalls all the good memories with those people, but will they find at the end of their trip? Find out as they perform their show, Star-Eyed Memories.
Pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now, a wish right now, a wish right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now, a wish right now, a wish right now.
Oh, written in the stars, a million miles away, a message to the main.
Sigma Phi Epsilon was founded in 1901 on the campus of Richmond College, now called the University of Richmond. The Ohio Iota chapter at the University of Toledo was established on September 30th, 1950. Founded on the core values of virtue, diligence, and brotherly love, there are now over 315,000 lifetime members a part of SIG-UP, making them one of the largest national fraternities. Each year, the Ohio Iota chapter raises money for Cherry Street Mission by making and selling Strombolis. The men of Sigma Phi Epsilon are involved in many organizations such as Blue Key, Mortarboard, Presidential Ambassadors, Order of Omega, and many more. Enjoy the story of a low-budget college lifestyle where money runs thin and the excitement begins as the Sigma Phi Epsilon presents SIG-UP Poppin' Tags.
In shining armor in your movie. Put your lips on mine and love the aftertaste now. I'm a ghost, I call your name, you look right through me. You're the reason I'm alone and contemplate why I'm acting all time.
I'm gonna pop some tags, only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is very awesome. I see you driving around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, forget you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, forget you and forget her too. Said I need a dollar, that's what I need. I need a dollar, that's what I need. Although there's pain in my chest, that's what I need. Forget my story, would you share your dollar? Yeah, I'm sorry, can't go on Ferrari, but that don't mean I can't get you there. Yes, he's an Xbox, and I'm more Atari, but the way you play your game ain't fair. I see you driving around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, forget you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, forget you and forget her too. Said if I was rich, I'd still be with you. Although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. Forget you.
would now like to call to the stage Mr. Rick Longenecker to present the Chuck Ely Foundation's Undefeated Spirit Award.
Good evening. We're off to a good start tonight, so let's fire it up a little bit. TOL! TOL! My name is Rick Longnecker. I'm a proud graduate of the College of Business from 1986 and again in 1988 with my MBA. I'm also a proud founder and lifelong member of Kappa Delta Rho fraternity. And my wife and my mother-in-law right up there, Debbie's a Chi Omega. Tonight, I have the distinct honor of representing Chuck Ely. Chuck is a quarterback that played for the University of Toledo football team back in the late 60s, and Chuck is a quarterback that holds the most consecutive wins of any college quarterback in NCAA football history. Chuck led his teammates to a 35-0 record over 3 years, where the University of Toledo was ranked number 10 in the nation his junior and his senior year. In 1972, Chuck finished 8th in the Heisman Trophy. 11 years ago, Chuck and I started the Undefeated Spirit College Award to honor a UT student athlete that lives their life with an undefeated spirit in their sport, in the classroom, and in our community. Tonight, we will honor the 11th winner of this prestigious award, not because he is MAC Player of the Year, not because he is an outstanding athlete on the basketball court. Tonight, we're going to ask you to join us in honoring this student athlete because he has lived his entire life with an undefeated spirit in everything that he does. We're going to honor him tonight because he is a role model that has overcome so many hardships in his life, it's too many to count, including being one of 6 children being raised in Seattle without a father. We're going to honor him tonight because he's an active and engaged father of a beautiful, beautiful 1-year-old daughter, Melina. We're also going to honor him tonight because he is a positive spark that ignites the best in everyone around him on and off the court. And last but not least, we're going to honor him because he has launched an all-out effort to bring his undefeated spirit, his basketball talents, and his great personality to the National Basketball Association. 2 years ago, our winner made one of the best decisions of his entire life right here. He decided to leave the University of Colorado and join the Rocket Nation. So, my fellow Rockets, please join me and Coach Kyle in honoring the 2018 winner of the Undefeated Spirit College Award. Let's have a huge round of applause and let's have a big send-off because this young man is about to get on an airplane to go to Los Angeles to recoup and heal from his injury suffered in the MAC championship so he can begin his journey into the NBA. So join me tonight in honoring Trey Sean Fletcher.
Kappa Delta Rho was founded on May 17, 1905 at Middlebury College in Vermont. To this day, there are now over 25,000 members across the country within 35 active chapters. Every member of Kappa Delta Rho makes it their lifelong goal to place honor above all things daily. Their chapter was founded upon the 5 pillars of service, fellowship, leadership, tradition, and scholarship. On May 18, 1984, the Pi Alpha chapter was formed at the University of Toledo, making this our 34th year on campus. KDR is involved in many organizations such as Snowplow UT, Order of Omega, Mortarboard, and many more. This performance will take you through the journey of a couple dozen citizens who dream of becoming a soldier, fighting for their country to keep their people safe. The citizens soon commit to their dream, fight for their country, and come back home to their loved ones. Enjoy that start as KDR presents Oh Say Can You See?
reaching out. I call your name, but you're not around. I say your name, but you're not around.
So don't let me down. I think I'm losing my mind now. It's in my head, darling. I hope that you're. Don't let me down. Coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. I know my kingdom awaits, and they've forgiven my mistakes. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming. I need you right now. Let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. Right now. My kingdom awaits, and that you're forgiving my mistakes. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home.
The Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity was founded on March 1st, 1868 at the University of Virginia under the pillars of SLAG, scholars, leaders, athletes, and gentlemen. Since its founding at the University of Toledo, Epsilon chapters have raised over $31,000 for various philanthropies and has completed over 14,000 hours of community service. Pike works closely with United Way, Rockathon, Children's Miracle Network, and Relay for Life at the University of Toledo. Epsilon has won consecutive Smythe Awards, the highest award any chapter Pike can receive at a national level. In today's crazy society, everyone is full of stress, anxiety, fear, and controversy. We look back to old times where all was carefree. This performance is bringing back those old times when nobody stressed about the small things and lived life to the fullest. Enjoy this performance. Live Pike, there's no tomorrow.
Yo.
I used to think that I could not go
I wish today it would rain all day. Maybe that'll kind of make the pain go away.
And life was nothing but an awful
They got their guns out aiming at me, and I become here when they're aiming at me.
Me against them, me against enemies, me against friends. Somehow they both seem to become one. A sea full of sharks and they all smell blood. They start coming and I start rising. Must be surprising, I'm just surmising. I wait, thrive, so higher, 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 higher. Whoa-oh, I want some more. Whoa-oh, what are you waiting for? Take a bite of my heart tonight. Whoa-oh, I want some more. Whoa-oh, what
Phi Gamma Delta was founded on May 1st, 1848 at Jefferson College. The Upsilon Tau chapter was colonized at the University of Toledo in 2001 and chartered in 2005. They run based on the values of friendship, knowledge, service, morality, and excellence. Their national philanthropy is the United Service Organization, which supports veterans and their families. They currently participate in Rockathon, Wrap Up Toledo, Songfest, Big Event, and many other volunteer opportunities. They have members in organizations such as Order of Omega, Student Government, Mortarboard, Blue Key, and many more. The word alternative is played off in two ways, as a genre of all our songs, as well as the belief that their brotherhood is one of the most unique on campus. Enjoy their show as Fiji presents Phi Gamma Delta, no alternative to our brotherhood.
So this is what you meant when he said that you respect. And now it's time to do the bottom of the pit right to the top. Don't hold back. Back in my bag and giving the academy a rain check. I don't ever want to let you down. I don't ever want to leave this town. 'Cause after all, the city never sleeps at night. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit different from that. I'll admit, I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand? I'm never changing who I am. Hey, maybe once you look my way, I could be your Hey, baby, what you gotta say? All you give is fiction. I'm a sorry sucker, and this happens all the time. I found out that everybody talks, everybody talks, everybody talks. It started with a whisper, and that was when I kissed her. And then she made my lips hurt. I can hear the chit-chat. Take me to your love shack. Mama's always gotta backtrack when everybody talks back. It started with no everybody talks, and that was when I kissed you. Everybody talks, everybody talks, everybody talks back.
I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting flyer than the Empire State. The lover, she is waiting for me. Just across the bar, my seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home.
We are young, so let's set the world afire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Oh, take me to your best friend's house, go around this roundabout. Oh yeah. Take me to your best friend's house, love them, I love you now. Oh yeah. Don't take me tongue-tied. Don't wait no goodbye. Don't wait. Take me to the
Sigma Alpha Epsilon was founded on March 9th, 1856 at the University of Alabama. SAE is one of the largest national fraternities with over 215 chapters and 336,000 initiated brothers. The Ohio New Chapter was established at the University of Toledo on March 22, 1953. SAE's mission is to promote the highest standards of friendship, scholarship, leadership, service, and most importantly, embrace its creed, the true gentleman. Lace up your chucks and get ready to boogie with SAE as they present their show, SAE Living It Up in the Glass City.
Middle back.
Pi Kappa Phi was established nationally on December 10, 1904, and was founded on the premise of creating leadership opportunities for its members. The Beta Iota chapter was founded at the University of Toledo on December 8, 1951. Pi Kappa Phi strives to create and encourage service to others for the betterment of their communities. Pi Kappa Phi is the only fraternity to fully operate its own philanthropy, the Ability Experience, which raises money and awareness for those with disabilities. Everyone has had struggles, and instead of letting that defeat us, we know that the show goes on. Pi Kappa wants to encourage others to look at the positive side of things and know that sometimes you can't stop the feeling, you just have to dance. Join us in welcoming them to the stage as they perform The Show Goes On with Pi Kappa Phi.
Already the show goes on all night till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wondered when they would see the sun up? Remember when you come up, the show goes on all night. Already the show goes on all night till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wondered when they would see the sun up? Remember when you come up, the show goes on. Hey. I was doing just fine before I met. I did too much and that's an issue. I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city and I broke down hard. 4 years, no calls. Now you're looking pretty in a hotel bar. And I can't stop. No, I can't stop. I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet, feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. Move my block the way we rock, please don't stop. Sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? Yeah, you showed me good, love it, think it's alright. Need a little sweetness in my life. Sugar, yes please. No, we ain't ever getting older. So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your road. And I know you can't afford like that tattoo on your shoulder. Pull the sheets right off the corner of the mattress that you stole from your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't ever getting older. Just imagine nothing I can see but you dance, dance, dance. Feeling creeping up on us, just dance, dance, dance. All those things I shouldn't do, keep dance, dance, dance. Ain't nobody leaving, so keep dancing. It's not the feeling, got this feeling in my body. It's not the feeling, got this feeling in my body. It's not the feeling, got this feeling. The show goes on. Anybody
Before we continue, let us take a few moments to recognize this year's recipient, the Lancelot Thomas Service Award. I would like to call upon Dr. Philip Flapcockrell to present the award.
It is my honor to be with you tonight and present the 2017-2018 Lancelot C.A. Thompson Award. The Lancelot Thompson Service to Student Awards recognizes individuals who exemplify what it means to be a student-centered in their duties at the University of Toledo and who excel in providing services to students. Dr. Thompson was the first full-time African-American faculty member at the University of Toledo. His focus on the student experience saw him promoted to Vice President of Student Affairs, where he worked relentlessly to serve the student body and left a legacy we all strive to uphold. This year's staff recipient of the Lancelot C.A. Thompson Service to Student Award was one of 45 individuals nominated. She is known for helping students work through challenging decisions, especially as they approach their first professional position after graduation. This two-time graduate of the University of Toledo has dedicated herself to helping students with career placement and job opportunities. Under her leadership, UT's sales program has been named in the top 5% nationally. She has cultivated and increased corporate partnerships for student internships and full-time jobs. She has overseen the success of each of her students with a job placement rate that has not dipped below 98% during her tenure, including 2 years of 100% placement. Students who nominated her say, and I quote, she never forgets a name, and works tirelessly for her students, end quote. They feel comfortable reaching out to her in the times of crisis, and they are inspired to give back to the university because of her service to them. Please join me in congratulating Deidre Jones, Director of the Edward H. Smith School of Professional Sales, as the recipient of the 2017 Lancelot C.A. Thompson Service to Student Awards.
Congratulations, Deirdre, and thank you for contributing to the University of Toledo and impacting the lives of many students on campus, including my own. We will now begin the co-ed division of the competition.
So I would say that we kind of, since we're a co-ed organization, we have the best of both worlds. We have a number of girls who can really sing and dance, but we also have a number of guys who are also really good. And it makes it really easy for us to put a performance together that we know will make a lasting memory.
Because like last year, to be honest, like when we did Songfest, we didn't even know like half the songs that we were performing. Like we had to learn like all the tunes and all the beats because we had never heard of the songs before. And now it's like really nice because like everyone already knows the song, so it's way easier, it's way more efficient to get people to practice because they already know it and love the songs.
Well, the first couple times you do it, you black out and you don't remember a thing. And then like last year when I did it, like I actually remembered some of it, and it's like an adrenaline rush and it's like super fun and you're like, yeah, I'm doing this.
Yeah, it's a lot because like you said, it's not just lip syncing, we have to sing and dance, so it's constantly like, oh, watch my pitch, make sure I'm harmonizing. Oh, I gotta hit this step at this point. So it's a lot, but it's
You kind of
it's
like
fun.
gotta get your cardio going too,
Yeah.
so that you can like actually breathe.
And then this year we were going into practice like, okay, we're ready for whatever comes our way. And then they opened their mouths and we were like, oh my goodness, they can sing. And then they started to dance and we're like, oh my goodness, they can dance.
and we were like just blessed, and it was so surprising to see how much talent it was in a group that you never would expect someone to have.
Well, we are one of the largest co-ed organizations on campus, and we wouldn't have it any other way. We have to be involved. We love this campus, and we love showing our spirit for Toledo, and it only comes with being such a large organization, I think.
And I think it shows year after year we have more and more people come out this year. I think we have the largest group we've ever had, and I think it's just a testimony to last year's, the people that are returning from last year, and I think it's pretty awesome. I'm really excited.
Epsilon Alpha Pi is a professional fraternity for education majors that was founded in 1985 at the University of Toledo through the College of Education. Its purpose is to support the education majors on campus and create an organization that has celebrated the future of education. Founded on the core values, communication, balance, service, and identity, their letters stand for education, advocacy, and professionalism. Epsilon Alpha Pi helps to prepare future educators and allies for what is to come in the growing field of education. When the haters always seem to be knocking you down, the brothers of Epsilon Alpha Pi encourage you to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Enjoy their show, Killing Them with Kindness.
Coming like a battering.
The University YMCA was founded in 1908 and is one of the only 9 campus YMCAs in the country. It is the 3rd longest running tradition here at the University of Toledo. The University YMCA has 4 core values: honesty, caring, responsibility, and respect. They are involved in many different organizations here on campus, such as Freshman Camp, Rockathon, Clean Your Streams, and Homecoming. The University YMCA also participates in activities off campus, such as Alternative Spring Break and Annual Campaign. The UI is an organization that conjures up an atmosphere that is not only breathtaking, but will sweep you off your feet. Get ready to be mystified by the timeless UI as they present UI Magic.
Sun goes down, the stars come out,
And all that counts is here and now.
my universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came.
You cast a spell on me, you hit me like the sky fell on me, and I decided you look well on me, so let's go somewhere no one else can see you and me. Lose your mind, lose it now, lose your clothes in the crowd. We're delirious, tear it down till the sun comes back around. There's a place I know if you're looking for a show where they go hardcore and there's glitter on the floor when they take it off, when they take it off, when they take it off. Everybody take it off. Lights that stop me turn to stone. You shine them when I'm alone, and so I tell myself that I'll be strong and dreaming when they're gone. And it feels like I am just too close to love you. There's nothing I can really say. I can't lie no more. I can't hide no more. Got to be true to myself. And it feels like I am just too close to love you. So I'll be on my way. YMCA! Give me that thing that I love. Turn the lights on. Put your hands up, make them touch, touch. Give me that thing that I love. Turn the lights on. Put your hands up, make them touch. I live for the applause, applause, applause. I live for the applause, applause. Live for the applause, applause. Live for the way that you cheer and scream for me. The applause, applause, applause. Give me that thing that I love. Turn the lights on. Put your hands up, make them touch, touch. Give me that thing that I love. Turn the lights on. Put your hands up, make them touch, touch.
The Catholic Student Association was founded in 1939. CSA is one of the largest co-ed student organizations, and it serves as the presence of Jesus Christ on UT's campus. It fosters spiritual, social, and academic growth through various events and activities. This includes planning retreats for the UT community, hosting religious events in conjunction with Corpus Christi University Parish, providing service to the local community, arranging education opportunities, and planning social activities for students. The Catholic Student Association keep going. CSA is heavily involved in service to the local community, which is why they are so excited about this year's philanthropy. CSA loves any opportunity to do better in Toledo, especially for our veterans. Tonight, they present Bring Them Home with CSA.
When life leaves you high and dry, I'll be at your door tonight. If you need help, I'll shut down the city lights. I'll lie, cheat, I'll beg and bribe to make you well, Give me reasons to believe that you would do the same for me.
Thank you to all of the co-ed organizations and performers. At this time, I would like to call to the stage last year's winner of the Melissa Ann Herstrom Scholarship, Mr. Christopher Mills, to present this year's scholarship.
Melissa Ann Herstrom was a 19-year-old promising second-year nursing student who was tragically murdered on January 27, 1992. She left behind her father, mother, sister, and brother-in-law, as well as many friends and sorority sisters. A native of Rocky River, Ohio, Melissa was active in various community service projects, including volunteer work as a candy striper in her hometown. She was a one-year member of Pi Beta Phi sorority and was known to many as a beautiful, sparkling angel. Melissa was a strong-willed, compassionate woman who had a dream and pursued it. She cared deeply for others and was always willing to lend a hand. Her life was a dedication of love and happiness to her family and friends. Her story provides us an opportunity to consider the nature of strength and understanding that comes from such a tragedy. This year's recipient exemplifies Melissa's values very well. They are a dedicated servant leader who selflessly serves others in the UT community and has the drive to succeed in the demanding field of nursing. This year's recipient of the Melissa Ann Herstrom Scholarship is Brianne Litwinowich of Pi Beta Phi.
It is my pleasure to bring the current president of Mortarboard, Mr. Matthew Rice, and vice president of Mortarboard, Mr. Andrew Taylor, to the stage as they recognize the current class of Mortarboard, introduce the new class of Mortarboard, and recognize the recipients of the Mortarboard Outstanding Underclassmen of the Year Award.
Good evening. My name is Matthew Rice, and I am the current president of Mortarboard National College Senior Honor Society at the University of Toledo. Mortarboard recognizes students from their junior and continuing senior classes for their achievements in three important areas of leadership, scholarship, and service. There are over 200 chapters of Mortarboard across the nation, and the University of Toledo is proud to host the Peppers chapter of Mortarboard on its campus. At this time, we would like to recognize the current class: Angelina Arnaut, Anthony Byer, Kyle Bergen, Taylor Bowen, Daniel Breaker, Caitlin Cheshire, Jana Choberka, Shelby Connor, Samantha Dellinger, Alex DeBell, Rachel Danino, Amber Gasparini, Rachel Hopkins, Eric Kosas, Taylor Kesters, Sean Mack, Javon Marbury, Dylan Marks, Carolyn McCartney, Haley Mize, Kennedy Pierce, Patrick Ryan, Aaron Shire, Colin Tassi, Andrew Taylor, Lauren Valagoski, and Cassandra Wood. At this time, we would like to introduce to you the historic 100th year class of Mortarboard National Honor Society. Alexander Albring, Courtney Buchanan, Jordan Cady, Dalton Dudley, Aya El Ghaffar, Christopher Fox Strauss, Benjamin Hackworth, Sean Halloran, Maureen Hickey, Hayden Huff, Bryce Johnston, Jordan Jones, Jacob Krumnauer, Brianne Litwinowitz, Catherine Merkel, James Russell, Sophia Rodriguez, Carolina Romero, Jovan Sanson, Shane Scott, Alexander Sharp, Joseph Stibley, Catherine Schwartz, Alexis Vela, Jose Valoria, Nicholas Vogel, Leona Witherspoon, Nicholas Wells, Autumn Rodriguez, and Carly Yusko. Please join me in congratulating the 2018-2019 new class.
Congratulations to all. We would now like to present our Mortarboard Underclassmen of the Year Award. The Mortarboard Outstanding Underclassmen of the Year Award is awarded to sophomore students with above a 3.3 GPA, with selection based on scholastic achievements, awards, campus involvement, and community service. This year, 2 students were selected for this prestigious award. Our male Underclassman of the Year recipient has accomplished a great deal in just a few short years at this university.
This individual has maintained a high level of academic excellence while in an extremely challenging field of study, nursing. In addition to serving on the financial committee of Rockathon, this individual has also served as the team captain for Relay for Life, participated in a Learning Through Service trip to Lakai, Haiti, and has participated in organizations such as Student Wellness Awareness Team, Lambda Sigma Honor Society, and Pre-Nursing Student Organization. This individual has made a dedicated commitment to serving others through his leadership. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you, on behalf of Mortarboard National Senior Honor Society, tonight's male Outstanding Underclassman of the Year, the president of Pi Kappa Alpha, Mr. Brian Wuski.
This year's Female Underclassman of the Year recipient is an active participant in a number of UT student organizations and actively promotes and exemplifies the qualities of servant leadership on a daily basis. In addition to demonstrating a commitment to her organizations, this student has achieved high academic and professional excellence as a biology major with a pre-medical concentration and put her knowledge to great use on a medical mission trip to Nicaragua over spring break. Through her involvement in Liftoff UT, Lambda Sigma National Honor Society, and Active Minds UT, this individual has demonstrated a commitment to serving her fellow students at UT, as well as the Toledo community. This individual has a special passion and drive for philanthropic events, having actively participated in Relay for Life, Rockathon, and the Big Event, in addition to serving as the philanthropy director for her fraternity, Chi Omega. I am ecstatic to welcome to the stage this year's Female Underclassman of the Year, my fellow brigader from Global Medical Brigades, Miss Allison Dunn.
At this time, I would like to invite Ken Leslie to speak on behalf of this year's philanthropy, Veterans Matter. Ken is a Toledo native and has established a nonprofit organization with the goal of housing our beloved heroes and their families in need. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Ken Leslie.
Good evening. I said good evening. First, may we have all of the veterans and the families of veterans to please stand up so we may honor you with our gratitude, please. Thank you. America is the land of the free and the home of the brave, and there's nothing braver one can do than to put on the uniform to fight for your country. And right now, there's some brave that are hurting who don't have that home in the land of the free. And this incredible university has come together to show this amazing power to do something that triples what they've done in the past because they cared about homeless veterans who were on the streets. This is for me, the most thrilling thing that's happened in the years of supporting the people that we support. You've proven that you own your future. Your destiny, you've proven, students, that you can make anything happen. I can't thank you enough on behalf of all of the veterans that you've helped house. Thank you so much. And I'd like to give a big round of applause for Blue Key and Mortarboard for selecting us and, most importantly, creating a plan that gave everybody the opportunity to use their power of one to change the lives for. And now all of the fraternities and sororities and student groups who have worked so hard to put on the show tonight and raise so much money. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them some love. Thank you all. And some of the Veteran Matters team is sitting back here, and it moves us to tears to see some of the things that you guys are doing in representing the veterans. It's just so beautiful. Thank the judges, the alumni, the Board of Trustees, and the technical crew. Let's give the technical a round of applause, because without you guys, I wouldn't look so darn good. Veterans Matter started here in Toledo to house 35 local veterans, and it accidentally grew when Dusty Hill with ZZ Top asked us to create a division down in Houston. To date, that little group that Dusty put together has raised over $350,000 and housed over 750 Texas veterans. That is cool. John Mellencamp did the same thing in Indiana. And then Mitch Albom, along with Katy Perry and Kid Rock, raised a bunch of money in Michigan. And all of a sudden, it started taking off. And as you guys know, this past week, we housed our 2,000th veteran in 18 states nationwide. They're going to reveal the number later, so I don't want to give anything away, but you'll be blown away by how many veterans are going to be served by all of you, the moms and dads who have all helped and supported the veterans. The University of Toledo has always been a linchpin in this community, and people come from all over to come to this university. And I spoke with the presidential ambassadors a couple of years ago, and what we realized is one of the biggest powers that the university has is its compassion. When we're doing recruiting for sports or for students, I think the showcase are projects like The Bridge. For those that don't know, Andrew O'Donnell 7 years ago started something called The Bridge. Anybody ever participated? Give them a round of applause. The Bridge, what it does is they make a bunch of lunches every other Friday at International Hall. On Saturday morning, they take them down to the community picnic. And it was started by a guy named Andrew O'Donnell. Does anybody remember Drew? Incredible young man. And he built the bridge between the university to downtown to people in need. And he had this incredible spirit. And we found somebody this year that we wanted to recognize who had that exact same special spirit to build a compassion, a link of compassion between the university and the community. This university gets involved with more nonprofits and more organizations than probably any in the country. But this special student has been so important to the homeless in our community. And what we did is we came up with an Andrew O'Donnell University of Toledo Spirit of Compassion Award. And an individual this year who has done so much and actually is probably the key person that we're able to house so many veterans that Veterans Matter was chosen. We'd like to bestow the first ever, and it's not an annual thing, it's whenever it's earned, but the first ever Andrew O'Donnell Spirit of Compassion Award, it goes to Patrick Ryan, a hero's hero.
Wow. Okay, so didn't know this was happening, so bear with me. Incredibly humbled and honored, but what I'm more awestruck by is how we can come together as a community and rally around a cause and really take care of our own, whether we see them day in, day out or not. So really, the success of this entire event is completely thanks to all of you and your support of really rallying around the fact that we are changing lives with what we're doing here tonight. And I just want to say thank you all so much for allowing people like me and the other students in Mortarboard and Blue Key to have that opportunity to change lives and, you know, just leverage our relationships to take care of our own. So this is an incredibly amazing award, but I'm just so incredibly thankful for this opportunity and couldn't be more proud to call myself a UT Rocket. Thank you.
Thank you, and let's get on with the show.
Veterans Matters is a philanthropy that focuses on housing homeless veterans across the country. Every $750 houses a veteran.
When you spend $1 to house our heroes, 92 cents of that dollar is going directly to housing our heroes. And that 92 cents then goes into a 91% sustainable success rate. So that means when we house our heroes, which we do 100% of the time with your donation, we are getting them back on their feet through the services that are provided by the VA.
It's just a very amazing feeling when you're able to help home the less fortunate soldiers who have fought for our freedom, fought for our everyday well-being, and every opportunity that we have today. And just understanding that you're able to give back to such an amazing organization is such a great feeling.
Right now, if you take out your phones, you can text UT Songfest, all one word, to 71777, or you can go out to the concourse where there's t-shirt sales, silent raffle, donation boxes, or if you see any member walking around with a helmet, feel free to donate to them as well.
Thank you, Ken, and to the philanthropy team. It is now time for a 10-minute intermission. This will be your last opportunity to contribute to tonight's philanthropy, Veterans Matter, and make a lasting impact to a veteran and their families.
Welcome back to Songfest 2018, Billboard Hits, No Time Like the Present. At this time, could everyone please return to your seats so we can proceed with the show? Now, let's move forward with our women's competition.
Coming back for a three-peat, I think the hardest thing about that is that you're not facing another organization, you're competing against yourself.
I'm really surprised that people are actually listening to us as new members, but it's really nice because they actually take us seriously.
There's so much other things, all the costumes, props, getting rehearsal rooms, and everything has been so much more than I thought it was going to be.
So we went to the student union because we had a room, and then come to find out the room was actually taken by CAP. So then we were frantically trying to find another room, so I rushed to U-Haul trying to get a new hall because I was I'll just practice in the hallway. I don't care. And then we're iHouse NPR. That one's up for the rest of the night. So we ran from room to room to room throughout the night, and I had all the girls with me at the same time, running to the rooms, and I was I'm so sorry, but just do this with me so that I can find you places to practice and we can look decent. And they're it's cold outside, and I'm just get used to it. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do.
Something that I keep happening to remind myself is that this is supposed to be fun. And so people give you a lot of input, they give you a lot of pressure. Even people that have graduated, they like to give their input. But you have to take that and you have to work with it.
It's a big role to take on. You are the face of Songfest for these girls, and a lot of times it's their first time doing it. And you are the only thing they've ever known about it.
I guess I was kind of expecting to come into a group of girls with all completely different backgrounds and different mentalities on Songfest, and to have to start from scratch from a lot of things. And they actually took everything with complete grace, and they learned so quickly every challenge that I've thrown at them.
When there ever is a problem, or it's us sometimes against our group, we're already thinking the same thing, and we kind of just give each other that look you know exactly what I'm thinking about, and she's just able to say it if I don't want to say it, or if I'm able to say it and she's not, so we kind of have each other's backs in that way.
We're literally moving as one so that we can have a cohesive performance as well.
Absolutely. So I'm the overall director, and Kaylee's the dance captain, and Nicole's helps out with the song captain. So literally, I just tell them what I want, and they implement it, and we all work together and just bounce ideas off each other.
We work so well together that we just talk about everything together and make everything mesh together.
I think it's cool that we all are different ears, because we all have different perspectives and ideas. So it's actually a really great asset, I think, to our team to have.
I think that it's been harder because it's a smaller time range, but I think overall it has made, when girls know the songs, they kind of get into a groove that they already know because they know the songs already. And I think that's definitely made it on our end as directors a lot easier because I already know the music.
I think it's definitely easier as a performer when you know the song and you have all those memories connected to the song. It's easier to portray that emotion, and instead of just acting like you're having fun on stage, putting that fake smile on, the real emotion really comes through, which is really, really nice. I think it'll look great.
You give it your all, and it's just a nice feeling. It's just wow, I feel honored to be chosen for this. It's here you go.
That's one of the things I'm really looking forward to, is them seeing their growth and them coming together as a group. That's one of the things I know I'm super excited for.
It's going to be kind of emotional because I am a senior this year, and this is my last time doing that, and I'm putting everything I got in that. And my aunt was telling me, she goes, I guess it's time to go big, then go home. This is it. So I'm going to put everything I can into this performance, and I hope that we can put on an awesome show for you guys.
Alpha Chi Omega was nationally founded at DePaul University in Greencastle, Indiana on October 15, 1885. The Beta Omega chapter at the University of Toledo was established on November 17, 1945. Committed to being real, strong women, Alpha Chi Omega prides itself on promoting their 5 membership criteria, including leadership, academic interests, character, personal development, and financial responsibility. Alpha Chi Omega focuses their attention on increasing awareness for their philanthropy, the fight against domestic violence. Enjoy these girls' story of her first crush, first date, first kiss, and how she takes caution when it comes to love with First Crush with Alpha Chi.
Founded on October 23rd, 1897 at State Female Normal School in Farmville, Virginia, and then founded here at UT on April 27th, 1946. There are nearly 230,000 Kappa Deltas around the world and 165 active collegiate chapters. Kappa Delta has 4 national philanthropies, which include Girl Scouts of the USA, Prevent Child Abuse America, Children's Hospital of Richmond, Virginia, and orthopedic research. As Kappa Delta's motto states, let us strive for that which is honorable, beautiful, and highest. Listen up as we learn that when goodbyes try to shoot you down, Kappa Delta is there to make you stronger than titanium. With Katie Love, nobody can drag you down. Enjoy my sisters as they perform Kappa Delta, Stronger Than Titanium.
Delta Phi Epsilon was founded on March 17, 1917 at the New York School of Law by 5 non-sectarian women. 96 years later, the Gamma Tau chapter at the University of Toledo was founded on April 26, 2013. These women raised money for 3 philanthropies: cystic fibrosis, anorexia nervosa, and associated disorders, and the Delta Phi Epsilon Education Foundation. Events they host include philanthropy dinners, the 65 Roses Gala, and ANAT Week. These women strive daily to uphold their values of justice, sisterhood, and love, and their motto, esse quam videre, to be rather to seem to be. DeFi wants women empowerment, confidence, and sass to shine in our performance. Enjoy their performance as they present Independent Women.
It's a cold and crazy world that's raging outside where baby me and all my girls are bringing on the fire. Show a little leg, gotta shimmy your chest. It's a life, it's a style, it's a need, it's Songfest. We used to be crazy in love. Can we go back to how it was? When did you get too comfortable? I'm too good for that, I'm too good for that, just remember that. Hey, I know you're cooking all day.
Phi Sigma Rho was founded in 1984 at Purdue University, and the Delta chapter in Toledo arrived in 1992. Phi Rho's values are based off of sisterhood, scholarship, and the support they give one another. Their national philanthropy is Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, which they raise money for by hosting their semesterly dinner, churros, and by participating in Light the Night. They perform in a lot of other activities around campus as well, like Big Event, Rockathon, Wrap Up Toledo, Homecoming, and many more. Phi Sigma Rho strives to empower men and women and want everyone to feel comfortable with who they are and not afraid to speak up. Join us in welcoming them to the stage when they present We Are Phi Sigma Rho.
This is gospel for the fallen ones, locked away in permanent slumber, assembling their philosophies from pieces of broken memories. Oh, 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 the gnashing teeth of criminal tongues conspire against the odds, but they haven't seen the best of us yet. If you love me, let me go. These words are knives that often discard the fear of falling apart. Truth be told, I never was born. The fear, the fear. So raise your glass if you are wrong, and all the pride raise all my other wrongs. We will never be anything but loud and nitty-gritty, dirty little freaks. Won't you come and raise your glass for me? I'm a candle-headed woman, baby, alright. I don't need a man to be holding me too tight. I'm a candle-headed woman, baby, that's right. I'm just having fun with my ladies here tonight. I'm a viral woman. Mama told me not to waste my life. She said, spread your wings, my little butterfly. Don't let what they say keep you up at night. And if they give you, then they can walk on by. Hot and dangerous. If you're one of us, then roll with us. And no, you don't want to mess with us. Got viral on our necklace. Got that glitter on my eyes. Stockings ripped all up the sides. So let's go. Let's go. Tonight we're going hot, 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 hard. Just like the world is hot, 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 ours. We're tearing it apart, pop, 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 hard. You know we're superstars. We are who we are. DJ, turn it up, 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 up. DJ, up, 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 up. Down, 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 down. Our bodies going numb, 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 numb. We'll be forever young, 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 young. You know we're superstars. We are who we are.
A quick reminder that the silent auction will close at 8 o'clock for anyone for last-minute bidding. Alpha Xi Delta was founded in 1893 at Lombard College in Galesburg, Illinois, and established at the University of Toledo in 1997. Alpha Xi Delta is one of the oldest women fraternal organizations and is dedicated to personal growth and helping women realize their potential. In 2009, Alpha Xi Delta adopted Autism Speaks as their national philanthropy and has since raised over $7 million nationally. Alpha Xi Delta at the University of Toledo has participated in the Autism Speaks Walk, hosts Light It Up Blue, and has annual fundraisers such as The Amazing Race and Fuzzy Funnel Cakes. Alpha Z Delta is proud and humbled to present their show to bring awareness to the philanthropy. Here it is, made in the USA. Before we continue, let us take the time to recognize this year's recipient of the Beverly E. Hatcher Alumni Advisor Award. This award was established in 1999 in honor of Beverly Hatcher, an advisor for Alpha Omicron Pi sorority. This award was named in Beverly's honor because she exemplified long-term dedication, fraternal values, and exceptional support to her collegiate chapter and the overall university Greek community. I would like to call upon last year's winner, Renee Clark, to present this year's award.
This prestigious recognition was initially known as the Outstanding Advisor Award and is awarded in 1999 by the Office of Greek Life to its first recipient, Beverly E. Hatcher, a dedicated advisor for Alpha Omicron Pi. It was from then on that the award would be named in her honor. And since its initiation, 20 amazing men and women have been recognized as outstanding volunteers within our Greek community. This year's recipient has not only been actively involved with the local chapter, but within the community as well. This individual's dedication and passion for the organization arrived at the right time in order to help the chapter recharge and address concerns within the organization. The recipient has dedicated numerous late nights, mentoring an extremely young executive board as they worked to change the culture of their organization, and has supported individuals among the chapter struggling with mental health struggles. The nomination letter quoted Ansonia stating, "Let us never know what old age is. Let us know the happiness time brings, not counting the years." It was felt among chapter members that this quote accurately portrayed this advisor's passion for creating a positive experience for all. Not only are we honored to have this individual as a part of our advisory team, but we cherish this individual as a friend and mentor for both undergraduates and advisors alike. It is now my distinct pleasure to announce that this year's recipient of the Beverly E. Hatcher Outstanding Advisor Award is none other than Dan Steele from Phi Kappa Psi.
Congratulations to this year's recipient. Now let's continue with the women's competition. Delta 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 was founded nationally in 1888 at Boston University. The Phi Alpha chapter was founded here at UT in 1945, all with the goal of creating a society that thought more of a girl's inner self and character than looks and personality. In 1999, Tri Delta formed a partnership with St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, and since has been nationally raised tens of thousands of dollars to support the cause. Tri Delta is actively involved on campus in organizations such as Rockathon, Leadership UT, Lambda Sigma, Gamma Sigma Alpha, Liftoff UT, Bridge, Alpha Phi Omega, Relay for Life, and many more. Some nights we are not exactly sure what we stand for, whether it's keeping your head up, learning how to fight for yourself, or simply finding your magic within your own heart. We hope Tri Delta inspires you to find what you stand for with our performance. See what these ladies are all about with their performance. What does Tri Delta stand for?
But I
in the corner, she called up.
When I look into my sister's eyes,
Man, you wouldn't believe the most amazing things that can come from
some terrible nights.
Pi Beta Phi was founded on April 28, 1867, as one of the first fraternities for women. They are recognized as a premier organization by providing lifelong enrichment, cultivating leadership, potential, enriching lives through community service, and contributing to the betterment of society. Pi Beta Phi was founded on the core values of integrity, lifelong commitment, honor and respect, philanthropic service to others, personal and intellectual growth, and sincere fellowship. Each year, Pi Beta Phi is dedicated to promoting literacy initiatives such as Champions Your Readers, Love or Literacy, Lemons for Literacy, and Pi Fiesta. Watch out, even the nicest Pi Phis have their limits. Get ready for something bad about to happen during a Pi Beta prison break as they present Orange is the New Wine and Silver Blue.
Bang on the bar, stomp your feet, start clapping. Got a real good feeling something bad about to happen. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's so sad to think about the good times you Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes. You say sorry just for show. If you live like that, you live with ghosts. Ooh, if you love like that, blood runs cold. 'Cause baby, now we got blood. You know we used to be bad. So take a look what you've done. 'Cause baby, now we got bad blood. Hey! Run away, baby, before I put my spell on you. You better get away, darling, 'cause everything you heard is true. Your poor little heart will end up alone, 'cause Lord knows I'm a Roman stone. So you better run away, baby. Chi Omega was nationally founded on April 5th, 1895 at the University of Arkansas. The Zeta Delta chapter was established at the University of Toledo on November 3rd, 1944. Chi Omega was founded on 6 purposes: friendship, personal integrity, service to others, academic excellence and intellectual pursuits, community and campus involvement, and personal and career development. There are now over 330,000 members among 181 active chapters nationwide, making Chi Omega the largest women's fraternity in the world. Each year, Chi Omega raises money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation through Wish Week, Waffles for Wishes, and other events. From sunrise to sunset and from coast to coast, there is always a Chi Omega sister to show you just how far you'll go. That's the sound of sunshine coming down. That's the sound
Alpha Omicron Pi, was nationally founded on January 2nd, 1897 at Barnard College. The Theta Psi chapter was established at the University of Toledo on November 11, 1944. Their sisterhood was founded on the core values of character, dignity, scholarship, and college loyalty. There are over 155,000 members among 190 active collegiate chapters nationwide. Each year, they raise money for one of their philanthropies, the Arthritis Foundation, through events such as AO Pierogies, Spike Out Arthritis. AOPI is proud to have Sisters for Soldiers as their second philanthropy, where they send care packages to troops overseas. In addition, members are involved in other organizations such as Mortarboard, Order of Omega, Rockathon, and more. Put on your favorite songs and join the Sisters of Alpha Omicron Pi for a girls' night out, TGI AOPI.
Come on, you ladies out.
Let's have another round of applause for all of the sororities in the women's division. Thank you to all of their performers in the women's competition. All of your hard work and dedication was clearly evident on the stage this evening. We will now call upon Ben Hackworth, current Secretary of Order of Omega, and Quan Sturgill, current Treasurer, to present the Gregory Lee Smith Memorial Scholarship.
Gregory Lee Smith has been one of the most influential students to walk the halls of the University of Toledo. His passion for the university was evident in everything he did. He truly made an impact on every organization he was a part of, including Order of Omega, Sigma Phi Epsilon, Blue Key National Honor Society, Mortarboard National College Senior Honor Society, Leadership UT, SWAT, Rockathon, and the new Student Orientation Team. Greg viewed his leadership roles as an opportunity to help others. He continuously acted as a guide to all his peers as he took on many mentorship and facilitator roles within his numerous organizations. In 2012, Greg was recognized as Greek Man of the Year for his outstanding servant leadership.
After graduating in spring of 2013, Greg continued to show servant leadership on UT's campus despite his battle with sarcoma. During his graduate school career at UT, he served as a graduate assistant for the Office of Student Involvement, Leadership UT, SWAT, and the Office of Greek Life, as well as serving as the Order of Omega advisor. Sadly, on December 6, 2014, Greg lost his battle to cancer. In honor of Greg, Order of Omega would like to recognize 2 underclassmen candidates who exemplify extraordinary servant leadership at the University of Toledo.
Our female scholarship recipient had an outstanding application in which she exemplified numerous characteristics of servant leadership. She has been on multiple executive boards impacting all members of each organization. Some of her leadership positions include Vice President of Operations for Liftoff UT, Secretary for the Undergraduate Law Society, Campus Relations Chair for Homecoming Committee, Service Chairwoman for the National Panhellenic Council, and Philanthropy Chair and current President of her sorority. She has also volunteered many hours towards St. Jude Children's Hospital, Bedford Community Foundation, and Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our female recipient for the Gregory Lee Smith Memorial Scholarship, a member of Delta 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 sorority, Miss Allison Waite.
The male scholarship recipient had a remarkable application that showed his passion for scholarship, leadership, athletics, and being an overall gentleman. Some of his leadership roles on campus include financial team committee member for Rockathon, Alpha Zeta new member class president, philanthropy chair, and current president of his fraternity. He also prides himself on community service, where he has gone on a mission trip to Haiti, volunteered over the summer with Fellowship of Christian Athletes, participated in the bridge packing meetings, and helped market and promote the UT blood drive. This driven young man is passionate about giving back to the community and serving selflessly to others, just as Greg was. In his application, he stated, "I have strived to work as hard as possible and believe that anything can be done when you put your mind to it." Please join me in congratulating my own brother of Pi Kappa Alpha, Mr. Brian Wuski.
Congratulations to our award recipients. We will now bring the current class of Blue Key National Honor Society to the stage for recognition and the introduction of the 2017-2018 class. I would like to welcome our current president, Mr. Alex DeBelle.
Good evening. 83 years ago, an organization known as ARCS was formed at the university to recognize men who are actively involved in service and leadership within the UT community. Membership was limited to 13 upper-class students. In 1952, the organization was accepted as a chapter of Blue Key National Honor Fraternity, founded on the pillars of leadership, scholarship, and service. Today, Blue Key's responsibilities include the coordination of the annual Edward C. Schmakel Homecoming Parade and the co-sponsorship of Songfest. Before the presentation of this year's inductees, I would like to introduce the 2017-2018 Blue Key class. Number 1, Daniel Breaker. Number 2, Taylor Bowen. Number 3, Kyle Bergen. Number 4, Alex DeBelle. Number 5, Javon Marbury. Number 6, Corey Black. Number 7, Cassandra Wood. Number 8, Andrew Taylor. Number 9, Rachel Hopkins. Number 10, Friso Raniel Barrios. Number 11, Patrick Ryan. Number 12, Caitlin Cheshire. Number 13, Shelby Connor. It is now my pleasure to begin the introduction to the 2018-2019 class of Blue Key Honor Society. The selection of tonight's inductees was a unanimous decision of all active members. Keeping with tradition, only 13 applicants have been selected for induction tonight. These 13 individuals represent a dedication to service, scholastic achievement, and most importantly, leadership. As each individual is announced, please come to the stage to receive your Waldemar Key.
Tonight's first inductee is a prime example of how the ability and courage to stand up for what is right can lead to positive and lasting change. This leader played an important part in creating a supportive environment for women, both physically and mentally, at the university through a newly developed program. In addition, this leader shows their commitment to the university by making their impact in organizations such as the National Panhellenic Conference, Lambda Sigma, and Levis Leadership UT. While maintaining a high level involvement within the university, she has also served her community through events such as Matonia, Champions Our Readers, and Tent City. She stated, "To exemplify moral character, one must do what is right, stand up for what is right, and be the beacon of change, especially when it is difficult to do so." She has truly demonstrated that belief in others, as well as a belief in herself, she can create a ripple effect of change throughout her campus and community. Please join me in welcoming to the stage, in true Blue Key tradition, the president of the National Panhellenic Conference and a sister of Pi Beta Phi, Miss Brianne Litwinowitz.
Tonight's second inductee is the exemplification of what it means to be a Panhellenic woman and a values-based leader. Her intense loyalty to her beliefs has shown in multiple positions with Resident Student Association and Snowpile, where she has shown her direct impact to many. Her commitment to serve others, along with her dedication to her student organizations she is involved in, has proven faithful in the acceptance of the National Association of College and University Residence Halls Conference, as well as her devotion to being Youth Nations intern. However, where this woman makes the most impact is within her own Panhellenic chapter. Having served in various leadership roles over the past 3 years, she has proven herself to be a loyal student leader who stands up for what she believes in and doesn't falter in her actions, and above all, realizes her potential. Please join me in welcoming the second inductee into the ARCS chapter of Blue Key, the current president of Alpha Psi Delta, Miss Liana Weatherspoon. Liana could not be here tonight, but will be notified of her membership acceptance.
Good evening. It is a great honor to introduce tonight's third inductee. This individual's accomplishments throughout their time at the University of Toledo have been truly amazing, impressive, and most importantly, unique. They have been involved with many campus organizations such as Active Minds UT, Student Government, and the Political Science Student Association. What makes this dedicated leader truly unique is how they integrate their leadership ability into their service and advocacy for their fellow students, as demonstrated through representing their peers on countless committees and boards across the university. You can also hear this campus leader every week as a DJ for WXUT and see them around campus proudly representing the values and brotherhood of their fraternity, Phi Gamma Delta. He is unwavering and committed in every aspect of his life. He truly portrays what it means to be one of the top 13 leaders on campus. Please join me in welcoming the third inductee of the night into the ARCS chapter of Blue Key, your current student body president, Mr. James Russell.
Greetings. Tonight's fourth inductee into the ARCS chapter of Blue Key is a proven leader whose positive energy inspires others to even higher achievements. Always wearing a smile, this campus leader has served many organizations during their time at UT, including Presidential Ambassadors, Levis Leadership UT, and the Biomedical Engineering Society. This inductee also energetically serves the greater Toledo community, including his frequent visits to nursing homes as a member of Adopt a Grandparent. This self-proclaimed goofy guy now serves as president of his fraternity, Phi Kappa Psi. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the fourth inductee in this year's class. Number 4 in the line, number 1 in your hearts, Mr. Jacob Krumnauer.
Our fifth inductee of the night is someone who truly understands the impact that leadership and service have on one's collegiate experience. In their plethora of roles on campus, this individual still finds time to be heavily involved in their studies and service towards others. They have made a significant impact in organizations including Pi Sigma Epsilon, the Interfraternity Council, and Gamma Sigma Alpha, the honor society recognizing students for high academics. As the Brotherhood chair of his fraternity, this individual created events and systems to enhance the kinship of his brotherhood. He stated, "A moral leader is not afraid to make a decision that affects their entire family and knows undoubtedly their decision was made with everyone else's best interest and not their own, further showing his commitment towards loving and caring for others over self." I would like to introduce to the stage our fifth inductee of the night into the ARCS chapter of Blue Key, Toledo's current Bravo Company First Sergeant of the Reserves Officer Training Corps and a brother of Sigma Alpha Epsilon, Mr. Dalton Dudley.
ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor that I introduce tonight's sixth inductee. This individual is a phenomenal representation of what it truly means to be a servant leader. This leader expressed that being an individual of high moral character is not what one does to be noticed, but what one does to leave an internal and positive impact on society. This charismatic leader has left their impact in over 20 different organizations throughout their collegiate career, devoting over 500 hours of service with the focus to change the lives of all those around him. This individual's commitments to Children's Miracle Network, Student Wellness Awareness Team, campus activities and programming, the Clark Leadership Academy, and the American Red Cross truly validates their efforts as an empathetic leader. Throughout his involvement with his fraternity, he has been one of the many key pieces that has allowed the fraternity to be honored the highest international award the chapter can receive, the Robert A. Smythe Award. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to continue the tradition of the ARCS chapter of Blue Key to introduce tonight's sixth inductee, the current Vice President Pi Kappa Alpha, Mr. Alex Sharp.
Tonight's seventh inductee demonstrates servant leadership from all angles of their involvement. This individual exemplifies hard work, passion, and self-discipline while maintaining a positive and youthful attitude within a multitude of organizations, including Pi Sigma Epsilon and Greek life. This inductee's focus at the University of Toledo is to expand diversity and promote inclusiveness throughout the community while always looking for ways to improve a student's college experience. He currently serves as a member of the Student Advisory Board for both the Office of Diversity and Inclusion and the Division of Student Affairs, in addition to being active in student government. To spread the love of his culture, he restored the South American and Hispanic Student Association by developing and implementing new ideas that help the organization gain and retain active members. More recently, he has successfully planned the annual International Village Food Festival and is currently planning the most awaited international event of the year, International Dinner. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage our seventh inductee into the ARCS chapter of Blue Key, a brother of Sigma Phi Epsilon and the current president of the International Student Association, Mr. Jose Valoria.
Tonight's eighth inductee into the ARCS is an individual who exudes the qualities of leadership and service at every turn. This individual leaves an astonishing impact on every organization in which they involve themselves and leaves the distinct impression of one with an incredibly high moral standard and impeccable character on all those who they encounter. This individual has displayed an intense passion for elevating the standard of living for those around them and has worked tirelessly to promote the narrative that all human beings should be treated as equals. This is evident in their involvement with the Bridge, Pay It Forward, and their mentorship of children from impoverished areas of the Toledo community. When not serving as an advocate for students through programs such as the Resident Student Association, or for the Greek community as a former delegate to the Interfraternity Council, you can find this individual achieving high levels of academic success within the classroom and achieving a level of professional excellence in his participation in a variety of local and national sales competitions. This individual has demonstrated a crazy work ethic, holding numerous executive positions in Pi Sigma Epsilon, where he currently serves as the Vice President of Administration. Tonight, it is my unadulterated pleasure to introduce to you a man of great compassion, ambition, and humor, a brother of Sigma Phi Epsilon, Mr. Jovan Sanson.
It is with great honor and privilege to announce tonight's 9th inductee. This individual is an ambassador for the university in the way they show selfless leadership and service through their involvement in multiple diverse organizations on campus. Her ability to display a sense of compassion and understanding to every student at the University of Toledo is just one of the ways she lives her values through leadership. Her dedication to the university and the Toledo community is clear in her leadership as Relay for Life's overall director and Big Events Director of Logistics. Along with her outstanding leadership and service, she values scholarship through her ability to gain an elite undergraduate research opportunity and service as a member of the Health and Human Services Student Tech Fee Committee. Her most notable contribution is through the execution of the first night on Broadway, A Prom for Individuals with Disabilities. This individual has shown her commitment to the university by her participation in Levis Leadership UT, Presidential Ambassadors, and Mortarboard National Honor Society. With great excitement, I would like to announce the first president of H2O to ever be welcomed to the ARCS chapter of Blue Key, Miss Katie Merkel.
Good evening. It is with great honor that I introduce our 10th inductee of the night. This campus leader's impact over the past 3 years is truly inspiring. She has devoted her time at the University of Toledo to serving others and bringing a positive aspect into everyone's day. As a servant leader on campus, she has been a part of Circle K International, where she states that her goal is to spread the spirit of service in Toledo. She has also dedicated her time to volunteering with Make-A-Wish, Bridge Club, and Walk for Water. Aside from service, this remarkable individual has served as a morale captain for Rockathon, as well as a residential advisor for our university. When this respectable leader is not serving the Toledo community, she is critically focused on her studies. As a member of the Biology Undergraduate Society and Order of Omega, she strives to promote unity through scholarship within all of her organizations. Her impact has been evident throughout her collegiate career, and she has grown to be a passionate, motivating leader in the UT community and in her sorority. Please join me in welcoming to the stage a woman that perfectly embodies what it is to be a servant leader, the current president of Chi Omega Fraternity, Miss Aya Elgafar.
It is truly an honor to welcome tonight's 11th inductee. This individual has distinguished himself as a pillar of integrity through his various leadership roles on campus, which is emblematic of the indelible mark that he leaves on others. Relying on introspection to further develop himself and allowing faith to act as a guide, this inductee has a firm grasp on how to drive sustainable change for the betterment of the organizations he finds himself involved in. With organizations such as Lift Off UT, University YMCA, and in his fraternity, this individual's service before self mindset is clearly evident in the relationships he builds and how he leverages those relationships to elevate others. It is this mindset coupled with his unique servant leadership style that have allowed him to live out Blue Key's motto of serving I live, which has truly earned him a place in the ARCS. When this inductee isn't working to serve the campus in a leadership role, he elects to develop the community by uplifting others through the Boys and Girls Club, Relay for Life, and Big Event. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage the past president of Phi Kappa Psi and the current president of the Interfraternity Council, Mr. Hayden William Huff.
This year's 12th inductee embodies dedication in all that they do. They have enacted positive change in numerous areas at UT. On main campus, they can be seen ensuring the well-being of those around them in roles such as health and safety officer and judicial board representative for their Greek organization, as well as judicial board justice within their respective council. With their enthusiasm for safety in the Greek community, it is evident to their commitment bettering all around them that doesn't just stay on main campus. On health science campus, this inductee's dedication to their studies as a pharmacy major reached far outside the classroom. From being a member of the Student Society of Health Systems Pharmacy, the Student College of Clinical Pharmacy, and Pharmacy Ambassadors. It is clear that from academic organizations to organizational leadership, his passion drives excellence in all that he does. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome to the stage tonight's 12th inductee into the ARCS chapter of Blue Key, the current president of Pharmacy Ambassadors and a brother of Pi Kappa Alpha, Mr. Benjamin Hackworth.
Good evening. Our 13th and final inductee provides an excellent display of leadership, scholarship, and a passion for serving others at this university. This student leader is the epitome of service before self and is constantly striving to empower those around her. This inductee states, "I have the means and the resources to improve what I see, and because I can, I'm going to." She has embodied this through her involvement within the Levis Leadership Program as a Year 1 facilitator, where she enhances and develops the leadership abilities of freshman students. You will also find this passionate leader dedicating her time to other campus organizations such as Lambda Sigma, Alpha Phi Omega, Presidential Ambassadors, and most notably, her professional business fraternity. Within her chapter, she has left positive and lasting impacts by serving on the selections committee, collaborating with outside organizations, mentoring new members, and implementing a new educational process. However, her passion for the Toledo community extends far beyond UT's campus. In her spare time, she can be seen volunteering for the Cherry Street Mission and interning for the Toledo Walleye and Mud Hens. This inductee truly presents herself as a tower of leadership on this campus. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage the 13th and final inductee of the night, the current Vice President of Human Resources for Pi Sigma Epsilon, Ms. Courtney Buchanan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for the Blue Key class of 2018-2019. The ARCS chapter of Blue Key National Honor Society has been recognizing the University of Toledo's most outstanding leaders since 1935. This evening, Blue Key has chosen to induct 5 individuals from the community who have shown tremendous dedication and effort towards making Toledo known nationally for its leadership and for making significant contributions to our fine university. It is with great pleasure that the Blue Key class of 2018 recognize the following as honorary members.
This first inductee is someone who truly embodies service of herself and excellence in all that she does. As the director of the Edward H. Schmidt School of Professional Sales and the College of Business and Innovation, she has put the college and program at the forefront on a national level. Her tireless efforts have allowed her to build our sales program to teach quality content that prepares our students for fulfilling careers upon graduation. She has done this so well, in fact, that UT Sales Program has become a premier program and is ranked in the top 5% of all sales programs and certificate trainings across the nation. When she isn't innovating new events, such as the Fall Fete and the University of Toledo's Invitational Sales Competition, she can be found leaving a lasting impact on the students in the classroom. Outside of empowering her students, she also advocates for them at every turn, making sure that her students are prepared to capitalize on the opportunities available to them. It is truly an honor and a privilege to welcome to the stage Ms. Deirdre Jones.
This honorary inductee of ARCS is a prime example of someone who shows compassion, service, and dedication in bringing a winning tradition to the University of Toledo's campus and in the community. Born in Bicknell, Indiana, this individual has been involved in their sport all of their life, playing their collegiate career at Purdue University. Before arriving to the university in 2008, this individual coached at Radford, Long Beach State University, Xavier University, and one stint of a head coach at Evansville. This individual has led the Rockets to 7 postseason appearances in her time here at the university, including a WNIT championship and the first NCAA appearance in 16 years. What's best about this individual is they understand that life is bigger than basketball, evident in her players' success in the community, classroom, and their endeavors after graduating. I'd like to welcome to the stage our second inductee, the head coach of your 2007 MAC champion women's basketball team, Coach Tricia Cullop.
This honorary has exemplified their love for student affairs and the well-being of all students at various institutions. Some of his previous positions have included Residence Hall Director, Assistant Director for Diversity and Education and Programs, and the Director of Orientation and Student Life, as well as Associate Vice Provost for the Student Affairs. He came to the University of Toledo not long ago as the Dean of Students, where he dove right in to review and update the Student Code of Conduct. In June, he took on the position of Interim Vice President of Student Affairs, and this January he assumed the Vice President position. You can see this honorary continually advocating for students and attending events all over campus, even after business hours. It is clear that he has a passion for the University of Toledo and all of our students. Please help me welcome a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Dr. Flap Cockrell.
Our fourth honorary of the night is a remarkable individual that has touched the lives of many within this university. As an employee and proud alumnus of the University of Toledo, this individual embodies UT excellence. You can find her working alongside our Dean of Students, serving and supporting all UT Rockets to the greatest extent of her ability. This honorary has always gone above and beyond her job title. She has been described by students as a strong, caring, dedicated, and passionate student-focused leader at the University of Toledo. She has continuously looked for ways to help and benefit students from all backgrounds of life. She is an asset to the university, and we are grateful for all that she continues to do for us Rockets. Please join me in congratulating and truly extraordinary woman, Miss Cheryl Thomas.
Our last honoree of the night is a professional staff member of the UT Rec Center. This stout-hearted individual represents an amazing understanding of leadership as being a great role model to many of the employees of the largest student employer at the University of Toledo, molding everyone she interacts with into leaders of tomorrow. For over the past 20 years at our beloved university, she has served as a fundamental factor to many of the organizations we serve. Organizations such as Relay for Life, Youth Nations, Wrap Up Toledo, Dance Marathon, and so much more. On behalf of the Blue Key National Honor Society, many students, as well as the Toledo community, this is our great way to show gratitude for all that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the Assistant Director of Facility Operations at the Office of Recreational Services, my boss, Nancy Burhams.
Congratulations to the new class of Blue Key National Honor Society and our newly inducted honorees. Now I present to you the 2017-2018 class of Blue Key with the singing of the University of Toledo's alma mater.
Fair Toledo, Gillen Jean Stroutmore, class of 46, slowly with dignity.
In tower shadows, voices now raising to alma mater, golden and blue. Fair Toledo, praise to thee, foretold of learning ever be. Hallowed halls we shall revere, vow to keep thy memory dear. Blue Key!
Before the final scores are released, Taylor and I would like to present 2 special awards. We will continue with the Chase Duval MC's Choice Award, which honors the director of participating organizations that have shown outstanding dedication to Songfest. Chase was a member of Pi Kappa Alpha, who served as their Songfest director. His dedication and passion for Songfest was evident in his performances. Chase tragically passed last year, but in his short time at the University of Toledo, he truly demonstrated his love for selflessness and putting others ahead of himself. The director selected for this honor took the initiative in everything, worked well with with their organization, and promoted the purpose of Songfest through their optimism and dedication, just as Chase did. Congratulations to the directors of the Catholic Student Association, Mr. Jared Maylott and Grace Garcia.
We would now like to present the Outstanding Philanthropic Contributor Award. This award goes to the participating organizations who has raised the most funds for our philanthropy tonight, Veterans Matter. Our winner of the Songfest 2018 Philanthropy Award is... One moment.
We were just building suspense, we're sorry. The ladies of Chi Omega. Please turn your attention to the screen for this thank you video for your support of this year's philanthropy.
This year for Songfest, we really wanted to push the focus of the philanthropy. Songfest is not only the second oldest tradition here at the University of Toledo, but it's also one of the largest philanthropic events. And we just really want to increase that community impact. We just really want to make sure that campus understands that what they are doing, from buying a t-shirt to donating the change that they have in their piggy banks underneath their bed, is really coming all together to change the lives of those many, many people, not only in our Toledo community, but all across.
There are over 39,000 homeless vets in the U.S., and I think people don't really realize it's a problem because they often avoid the topic of homelessness, and they kind of, if they see someone who's homeless on the streets, they tend to cross the street or walk away, so they don't realize how many people this actually affects. The veterans who are homeless also suffer from PTSD, and lots of them are missing limbs. They have the same problems as everyone else who was in the military, but they're homeless, and that's one of the basic needs that everyone needs to survive.
It's been really great having Veterans Matter as Songfest philanthropy because not only could we support it back in the fall, but we get to support it again in the spring with an even larger event to reach out to even more people. So it's not only like you're sending your money in, you're seeing where it's going, you're seeing how it's impacting and how it's helping the veterans in Toledo.
I just wanted to say thank you for all the care, compassion, and support that you as the Toledo General Student Body and Community Body have shown. But I also want to take this opportunity to say a huge thank you to the entire philanthropy team, Rachel Hopkins, Corey Black, Amber Gasparini, and Jana Traburka, and everybody else in Mortarboard and Blue Key. We could not have changed these lives without your support and your tireless efforts. So thank you, and know that your efforts have not gone unnoticed, and we are just so proud to be able to present this check on behalf of all the work from both Mortarboard, Blue Key, and the community. So thank you guys.
At this time, we would like to present Veterans Matters with the funds we have raised over the course of the last few months. It is nothing short of awe-inspiring to see our campus and community united to take care of our own and change lives in the process. This money will be used to get veterans and their families off the streets, into a home, and provide them with resources needed to return them to domestic autonomy. Our efforts as a community have housed a lot of veterans and their families with a total of $60,028.09. However, our impact doesn't stop here because of a generous match from the First Nation group, which has matched us dollar for dollar raised. Please join me in presenting this check to Veterans Matters for $120,056.18.
And now, the moment you have all been waiting for, the trophy presentations for Songfest 2018. We will begin with the men's division.
Third place in the men's division of Songfest 2018 goes to Kappa Delta Rho.
And in second place, please join me in congratulating the men of Pi Kappa Phi.
And finally, the first place winner in this year's Songfest competition is the men of Sigma Phi Epsilon.
We will now move on to award the co-ed division.
The winner of this year's co-ed division of Songfest 2018 goes to the Catholic Student Association.
Finally, we will present the awards for the women's division. Third place honors in the women's division of Songfest 2018 goes to my sisters of Kappa Delta.
And in second place, please join me in congratulating the women of Chi Omega.
Finally, first place in Songfest 2018, Billboard Hits, No Time Like the Present, are the women of Alpha Omicron Pi.
Congratulations once again to all the award winners in Songfest 2018. Another huge thank you to all our special donors, Old Town University Square, the Division of Student Affairs, Order of Omega, UT Athletics, Black and White Cab, Commodore Perry Tux Rental and Underground Printing, and our sincerest gratitude to all performers, directors, the Songfest committee, and most importantly, Veterans Matter.
We hope that you enjoyed this magical night of performances and awards. Javon and I would like to thank you again for coming to Songfest 2018. Good night and go Rockets.